Any fish you wish, whether you want your fish in a freshwater tank or a saltwater aquarium, our next guest has over 2 decades of experience when it comes to setup and installation. Let's welcome business owner Jim from Delicate Beauty Aquariums to close out our busy Monday show. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, good morning.
Oh, the fish are vibrant. They're swimming around. Your shop is incredible. How did you become the fish expert of Colorado Springs?
You know, I just decided to start this company when I was stationed in Alaska, and I drove from Alaska down to here, and on the way down I just kind of came up with the idea to chase my passion, which is fish tanks, and to make it an actual business. So that's how I got involved with it, is just doing something I really wanted to do with my whole life. Pretty much I've been involved with aquariums since I was about 13 years old. Wow. And I decided to make it a profession when I moved here. All
right, Delicate Beauty Aquariums, what all services do you offer?
So we offer aquarium servicing. I've serviced everything from a saltwater aquarium to freshwater aquariums to a planted freshwater aquarium. I've even worked on reef tanks, which is the most graduated and difficult idea of an aquarium. And I even work on a couple turtle tanks, believe it or not.
Wow.
So yeah.
You do the installation for people in their homes as well. You do free consultations. So you'll come out to a home and kind of give them a blueprint of what's going on.
Yes,
is that correct?
Yeah, I find a consultation is a really good way to get started, just to kind of figure out the ins and outs of what's going to happen here with a custom aquarium. There's a lot of options you have and a lot of details to go over, and we want to make sure we get everything right. So yeah, there's no charge for any consultations.
And you put the small in small business owner. This all happens at your house, right? How many fish do you own, Jim?
How many fish do I own? Well, that depends on how many are in quarantine at the time. I've probably got about 30 right now.
30 right now.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're showcasing 3 beautiful tanks. Let's start with this one right here. Walk us through what makes each of these tanks unique. I love the colors, first of all.
Yes, sir. So the one on the left is best for kids. It's very colorful. It's very bright. It has a lot going on in the aquarium. I'm not particularly the biggest fan of that style of fish tank, but a lot of people like it. It's good for kids. You know, the gravel, in the industry, we kind of call that clown vomit, you know, but it's very bright and it's very beautiful. It's very eye-catching. This tank in the middle here, this is a good example of a saltwater aquarium. We have a clownfish and some Banggai cardinals and a few shrimp in there. Oh, wow. Of course, they're all terrified, so they kind of want to hide. They really don't like to move very much. And then over here is my favorite version of an aquarium, which is actually a planted freshwater aquarium. And those are, to me, the most soothing, the most relaxing. When you look at a planted freshwater aquarium, you kind of get the feeling that you're in nature. It's very, it's almost serene.
What is the difference between saltwater and freshwater tanks?
You know, I would say the biggest difference is a saltwater aquarium is just a lot more difficult. There's a lot more that goes on whenever you put together a saltwater tank. There's a lot more variables to keep track of. It's also difficult because the fish are more expensive and they're more prone to disease. So it's a bit like building a house of cards. Each fish you put in the tank, you have to be very careful that that fish isn't going to get sick. So that's the biggest difference, is some of the variability with the animals itself.
Biggest advice you have for somebody that has a fish tank at home in terms of maintenance and upkeep, what would you tell them?
So what I would say is there's 3 pieces of information that can really help you a lot with your aquarium. That is, do not overfeed. Don't put too much food in the water. Don't let food sit down and rot at the bottom of the tank. Don't overstock. Don't put too many fish in the aquarium. Roughly, you know, 1 inch of fish for 1 gallon of water. And do not, don't overstock. Don't overfeed, and make sure you do your water changes. You have to get in there and do a water change, you know, weekly or bi-weekly if you have a freshwater tank, to really keep it looking clean. So.
And number 4 is call Jim with any questions. How can people book a consultation and get a hold of you? Because you've got all the answers. They have the questions at home.
Just via Facebook, or give me a call on my phone. We'll set up a free consultation. It doesn't bother me to come out to your home or your office just to talk about things, just to talk about what maybe we'd like to do. It can help set you in the right direction as far as what you're going to do with your aquarium.
Where do you even start when you're installing an aquarium in somebody's house? Because some of these people have aquariums like the size of a movie theater, you know? Like, how do you get the water not to, like, be an avalanche on your face?
It's really just experience.
You know what I'm talking about.
It's experience, and it's sort of step by step, and there's certain precautions you take, and really, you know, flooding is bad, yeah, but getting shocked is also terrible, so you got to watch out for that too. It's just a lot of steps involved, so yeah.
Biggest fish you've ever sold?
Biggest fish, I sold a clown triggerfish for, it was about an $800 fish.
How big is that?
It was about like this size, yeah. It would be the most expensive fish I've ever sold. But I sold a stingray once that was about like this one time, believe it or not.
See, that's some fancy stuff. I'm used to like the carnival fish, you know, when you win the goldfish in a little plastic bag. But Jim's doing a lot more sophisticated stuff. What's that phone number one more time? Somebody missed a call.
719-640-9245.
I am so excited. What's this little light here? You got all kinds of gadgets on your tanks.
That's an LED light, yeah. Yeah, it's slightly blue for if you want to grow coral. Yeah.
Growing coral, grooming fish. Jim, you do it all. I really do appreciate the time. You're a beast, over 2 decades of experience.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for your time. I'm ready to go swimming here. Jim, you are the best. This was a very busy Monday. I got my face painted. Have a good one, everyone.